As requested, I have been in Area 51. Ask me anything. I'm writing this for my mum's boyfriend who we live with, Stephen Galvin, who has in fact been in Area 51. He was there testing the Mars rover. He is the chairman and co-founder of Honeybee Robotics. Here is proof. 1 2 3. I'll relay all the questions and answers back and forth. Based on what you saw of the low-flying aircraft, how many decades away would you estimate we are from hoverboard technology? This is an important and serious question. Probably pretty damn close. Guys, stop ragging on this Emma. He is answering the questions truthfully. Do you want him to just make up stories about him ducking aliens or something? Thank you. What are Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith like? I don't know. Guys, seriously. There is absolutely nothing of interest at Area 51. This whole thing is silly. Area 51 doesn't even exist. Absolutely nothing happens there. Did they brainwash you when you crashed? What are you talking about? The poor thing, with only his username to tell of his past. Area 51 has a gift shop. Yes. Have you seen anything significant that you are not allowed to talk about at Area 51? No. Implying elsewhere, then. Yay. I don't wanna talk about it. Okay, without giving away specifics, can he answer this? Can you not talk about it because it could jeopardize national security? Or is it something the government wants to keep from the people? Probably the second one. What is the most interesting fact you know? Let's just get straight to it, and I mean interesting as in wow, I can't believe that is true. That the size of the apparent disk of the moon in a solar eclipse is the same exact size as the sun. There is no reason why that should be. How much of it did you see? How was security compared with a regular military base? Did you see anything unusual or unexpected? I saw a lot of it. It's a big place. I was driving around probably for 25 miles. I think it was from the southwest gate. Security was effective but light. In other words, there were civilians outside the gate with lawn chairs and telescopes, but they didn't get anywhere near getting inside. But I had a pass. Yes, I saw a strange. It wasn't just me. Two of us saw a strange aircraft flying low across the desert floor, and it went up and over these mountains that were in front of us. We figured it was a test flight of a secret aircraft. But it was weird. I've never seen anything like it. What was it shaped like? How did it move? It moved fast subsonic speed, but it seemed quite fast because it was only about 100 or 200 feet off the ground. It was flying across flat ground, and when it came to the mountains it just hugged the mountains and stayed 100 feet off the ground even as it was climbing the mountain. It was black and looked like an F-117A like I said. It didn't make much noise either. At least I don't remember hearing anything. Thoughts on the whole idea that the moon landing was filmed at Area 51? It's ridiculous. I know Harrison Schmitt. He was on the moon. Except for aliens, is there anything else Area 51 is involved with? Testing. It's like a test range for the military and other government agencies. Other government agencies? Question mark? Any one agency specifically? Well, certainly NASA is the one I'm sure of. JPL, and those are the only ones I'm sure of. Well, and probably at least one university, but I'm sure there are more. What's one thing can you tell us about Area 51 that we don't know but should? I would say probably how truly vast it is and how remote, despite the fact that it's in the USA, it's so remote. Do you think that the government has made contact with aliens but are afraid of chaos if they acknowledge it? No. It's possible, but I don't think so. How much access does the president have to the files of Area 51? How much does he know? And is there anything neither him or anyone is allowed to know? That's above my pay grade. What was the latest project that you are aware of that has been declassified? I have no comment. Is it mainly underground or above ground? I didn't see any underground facilities. It's mostly desert, and I was out in the desert. Do you believe in aliens? Aliens? That's a good question. I'm neutral on that. I don't know. More importantly, is he an alien? I don't know. That's what he wants us to think. What's your view on the Roswell UFO incident? I think it probably was the government, but they are not telling us the whole truth of what they were doing. How many people actually know the truth there? Is it constrained to just a handful, or is it a secret protected by thousands? The CIA, FBI, NSA, etc. In other words, how large is the cover-up? If there is one, I would bet it has to be small, otherwise somebody would spill the beans. Like the old saying goes, the only way two people can keep a secret is if one of them is dead. What part of the Mars rover was he involved with? In other words, what field is he a genius in? It was for the rock abrasion tool. He was a member of the Me Science team. We were controlling it from JPL and pretending Area 51 was Mars. Did you get to go inside Hangar 18? No, I don't think I went inside any buildings. The crew was there for 2 weeks and I camped probably half of that time. The other half I drove into a town in Nevada and stayed there. I forget the name of it. I drove like 90 miles at like 100 miles per hour, no speed limit. How many women worked at Area 51? A few, probably about 10%. Were they hot? Some were, but none of the humans. When will the Aurora have her maiden flight or HS? It happened already. When is early next year? I think. It may be postponed. I could give a less about aliens or other skeptical things that have been rumored to be there, but I want to know what kinds of aircraft testing goes on there. What kinds of crazy systems and aircraft are being hidden from our view? I know that's pretty much the real intent of Area 51 in its modern existence. Well, I'm not sure, but I wasn't there for aircraft testing. But clearly they are working on low-flying stealth aircraft, because that's I think what we saw. If you could go to Mars in the remaining years of your life, knowing you could die, be it while traveling, or on Mars itself, would you do it? No. I'm an Earthling. Will you really get shot if you cross the gate into Area 51 with no warning? Or are there warning shots and people who come and get you out / arrest you? I don't know what the nature of the security was if I tried to break in. Why was the rover tested at Area 51? Didn't the government have their own area that was similar to other planets, such as where the Apollo crews trained in similar terrain to the lunar surface? Also, did you have to sign an NDA upon exiting the base? Because we needed a lot of room and a road and we needed no interference from the public. Yes, but the public could have gotten into some of those areas. This was more secure, and I think also it had something to do with the communication facilities. We were trying to pretend we were on Mars, so we were relaying information from a satellite to the rover. So I think Area 51 offered us the perfect kind of logistics for that test. No, probably I signed an NDA before I went there. I don't remember, but I probably did. What does an Area 51 pass look like? Do they have a secret handshake too? No, our name was on a list and our NASA badges got us through. Did you see anything you are not supposed to speak about? Area 51 has that whole secret alien base reputation. Just wondering if you had seen anything really top secret. A simple nod or wink will do. Are there really many levels going deep underground? I already answered the first part, but at Area 51, no. To the second part, I didn't see them. Did you ever feel like you were being personally watched by any surveillance just because of the level of clearance? I never felt I was under surveillance. That means they are doing their job right. Sneakily. Is Area 51 safe to work at now? I hear a lot of the radiation is coming up to the surface and possibly exposing workers to its effects now. That I know nothing about. I mean, we took no special precautions in 2002. Were you aware of the various rumors before entering? And what were they? Were you influenced into thinking something was up, and why? If so, is it possible that simple secrecy or influence from the rumors contributed to this as well? Not really. I didn't know anything specific. I didn't hear anything specific. No. I mean, I was looking around, but